Hello, guys, and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be one of our collective readings for the month of May 2024. And this one is going to be how they feel about you. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. I do apologize for my late start this month, guys. From the time that this month started, I have been nonstop. I've had family coming to town back to back to back. I've been working very hard to rebrand for this grand launch that I have. I have been putting progress and things on my newly created Marvelous Madame Wax Co's Instagram. I have decided to not rebrand Marvelous Miscellaneousness YouTube channel to Marvelous Madame Wax Co. After all, it was just easier, and plus, I kind of wanted to change platforms. If that's all going over your head, it's fine. But please take a moment to go and follow me over there. Links will be in the pinned comments. Okay. All right, so we're going to kick this month off with the how do they feel about you. I'm going in with the Romance Angel Oracles, and you already know I will be reading intuitively how I'm feeling and what I'm picking up on these particular cards. And then I will be going in with clarifiers, and we will go from there, okay? And I will round out the message at the end with a Messages of Love oracle. All right. This is for the collective. How do they feel about the collective? Remember, guys, everything you need is below in the description box and the pinned comments for you and your collective. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I can be reached with my information below as well. Okay. This is for the collective. What do we have? How do they feel about my collective, Spirit? How do they feel about the collective? I'm going to tell you that this individual and you may not be speaking. And I'm going to also tell you by the way that these cards are performing in my hand that I had two pop out and I wanted to officially ask again. I put those back in. And that lets me know that this person may be all over the place. I am picking up on the fact that it's possible that you ended badly with this individual, or there are some there definitely was some miscommunications, but I'm also picking up, guys, that there are misconceptions about this separation or whatever went on between you. There seems to be a idea that someone doesn't care about the other person. And collective, I'm going to probably say that that's how you feel, that this person could care less that you guys are not together, or they don't care about the situation, and that couldn't be furthest from the truth. All right. I had to stop for a second and let me go back to shuffling. So I just wanted to say that. Judging also by the way that the cards are coming out for this particular topic, I'm also picking up on the fact that this person holds their feelings back. And I think a lot of the misconceptions with their feelings is because they've left you no choice but to assume how they feel. And they have not been forthcoming with any information. All right. First card that has come out, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. How else do they feel about the collective? Now we move on to our heart place card. They are definitely not wanting this information to be, they don't want you to know. I'm just going to let you know that because these cards are not normally this hard to pull. The heart place shows keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's telling me a lot. And give me our last card, Spirit. True love. Yep. This is a romance of a lifetime. Collective, this person has a very, very hard time with, first of all, trust, believing. their expectations. Um, they have such high expectations of their person, and what a person should do. This person is coming off already like they have a closed mind or they're fixed in nature. So I'm feeling off the top Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo for some of you, or they have that in their moon. They could be a completely different zodiac sign. They can have those fixed signs in their moon. They can have them in their rising. They can have them in their Venus or their Mars. Um, Mars is more, and it also is definitely going to depend on the house. This person has very high expectations, but we're going to start from it's safe for you to love. They don't want to open up their heart. I think that is exactly what I had picked up on. A large part of this person's crap is the fact that their internal struggles. I want to take crap off the board because I want to be fair to the situation, because I do not feel like you guys are together. But we'll see what the clarifiers say. I don't necessarily want to call what they're feeling crap, because everything, I don't want to invalidate how they may be feeling. What I don't condone is an individual who feels a way but does nothing about it. So I can't even necessarily say that what I'm picking up on, I think is your frustration about and your inability to be able to believe, if you're listening to this, that they feel this way, because to you, they have already kind of sealed their fate. Like a person that doesn't want to open their heart because of their own fears is probably going to be verbally one most sensitive individuals, if we want to take a societal term really quickly, because I feel like this is really what does people this way. It's not one individual. It's life. It's what society has taught you. It's the variables that you grew up with. It has nothing to do with your love collective. This person was like this when you met them. However, what society has taught this individual, and teaches us, unfortunately, is that this person needs to continue to hold their feelings in, because maybe especially if this is a man to woman type of situation, this person, and it doesn't have to be, but society will teach you, you're a man, tuck it in, don't say this, don't say that, don't cry, don't do this, don't have feelings. And this person has a whole lot of feelings, and they're messy and they're complicated, and they may feel like most women feel about you. Not how most women feel, but they may relate to how women feel about men. So they may get a rap that they are too sensitive, or they act like a girl. So they have learned how to tuck their emotions in. They need guidance on how to handle this situation, and it is safe for them to love, is what spirit is saying. So how they feel is definitely in stark contrast, different from what they have shown you, which is unfortunate, because you have some individuals who are very literal, like what you show me is what I'm going to believe. And also, if someone shows you the facade, you buy into the facade. Like after a while, if a person invests so much energy into acting like they don't have any feelings, collective, eventually you're gonna believe it. And what do we do when we feel like no one cares, or a person that we care about doesn't care about us? We leave. We're like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. And I believe that for some of you, that's what it is. In the heart place with keep an open mind, this individual struggles with some of your behaviors or some things that you have done, collective, and they take or took these things to heart to mean that you couldn't possibly love them. Um, you're different, but in a good way. So because you differ from the usual type and expectations, this individual is thrown off. And it's because, and this isn't an exact science, but typically the way we love, we expect people to love us the same way. There is always a misconception, again, of if someone doesn't love you the way that you recognize, then that means that you don't love them. And this is what we all struggle with. I know I struggle with this, even being a spiritualist, because it's like, well, we all have different love languages, but we have values and expectations. That's the reason why this says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So we have expectations of people that love us, and people that we have feelings for, especially. We could care less if we don't love you. But once a person loves you, boom, a switch goes off, and it's like, you must operate the way I want you to operate. You read my mind, and because I love you, you automatically need to know how to love me. And guys, we know that this is not true. We know that we all have different variables and different things that make us us, and we're not going to automatically have a manual on how to love someone immediately once we fall in love with them, because what got you the person, in the beginning, that shit wears off, and now the real thing begins. So this person, they struggle with keeping an open mind and about the situation, and keeping an open heart. They've struggled with this because they not only close their heart off because they're afraid of this love, they also closed off mentally. So they did not give the love the attention that it deserves, which could have sent you guys packing anyway. You're like, what is this? So again, it may be a shock for you to listen to this, because you're listening like, wait a minute, you put so much energy into I don't care, or acting out, or mouthing off, and because that's a person's defense mechanism, and it sucks. The part that I don't like personally, and I'm just going to throw this in there, although you didn't ask, is that you have the right to be human. Okay? Excuse me. But you also have the right, you also have an obligation, in being human, and being able to speak your truth. It's not just I feel. You have a damn responsibility with them feelings. Because if you love someone else, they deserve to know, especially if they were by your side and put in this work and had to deal with your shit. They deserve the love because they earned it. This is a complete Marv opinion, because I've had to say this to people in my life, and it's like, if I don't know how you feel, I can't do anything about it. And if you don't want me to know how you feel, then you don't deserve to have me, because people are going to accept that. You can't get mad at a person for you not communicating how you felt, and then them taking it the way that they take it. No one is going to be verbally abused by you because you defending yourself, doing all of these little defense mechanism tricks of the trade that you do. And then one day, 30 years later, you say, you know what, collective, I actually loved you that entire time. I just didn't know how to tell you. Tell me, if you just listen to what I just said, do you give any type of F's at that point? 0 F's are given. Seriously. So, if you are cross-watching and you're listening to this, well, it's collective reads, but if you decided to, it's not a cross-watch, but if you're listening to this and that's what you do, like if you're cross-listening, I guess, and what I just said about what I think that this person is doing to my collective, listeners, resonates with you, then think about that, because this is the other side of that coin. All right. So this person has shut off their heart, although they love you so much. Look at the irony in that. They are struggling to keep an open mind because their expectations of you and how you should act toward them is different than what they're used to. And then finally, we have true love here. And this is a romance of a lifetime, or it was a romance of a lifetime. But because they were so used to either being treated bad, obviously, if their soulmate differs from their usual type and expectation, then what Spirit did was send them in someone like you, collective, and you were completely different. because they deserved it at the time. But because they were not able to recognize who you were, and it's easy for them to recognize that other crap, because then this is probably the reason why you guys are not together. So they definitely love you. That's how they feel. And I know, judging by these cards, that they did not tell you that. You probably have no idea. If some of these behaviors make sense, then, it may resonate with you. If it doesn't, then watch for the next collective read. Let's go in with our clarifiers. Why are these cards here? Thank you. Yep. Thank you. See? Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. So Spirit is confirming. Give me my last card, please. One sec, guys. Yep. Spirit is confirming that it's safe for you to love and open up your heart, being clarified by the Eight of Cups. I already told you that you walked away. There's been a separation, and it had nothing to do with you. You didn't even know any of this crap was going on. All you knew is that you possibly cared about a person, collective, and loved the person, and the person and this individual refused to open up their heart, and you walked away. You were like, no, I can't do this with you. This is an individual who you loved, and what they did is they got afraid when they fell in love with you and decided this isn't real. It's the age-old adage where be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Once they actually wished for someone to come in and love them the way they need to be loved, they were not able to recognize it, because unfortunately sometimes we do not. It depends on where you are in your evolution. And if you are evolved, then you will be able to be like, okay, this is different. I need to pay attention to it, because I understand that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting a different outcome. But then we also have some people where I've been beat, battered, and bruised, and the wounded warrior so much that now when this new thing comes along, I'm thinking that this is the time where I'm supposed to, now I got the cheat code. I've been beat, battered, and bruised, and the wounded warrior. So this different thing is the thing that I need to combat against. Because think about the irony of that. That's what people do. You've been beat, battered, and bruised. You finally walk away from something. You finally get yourself together. And then, boom, Spirit tests you. The universe tests you, sends you in someone that's different and new. And you think, now is the time that I got to stand up for myself, because this different and new is wrong. Because why would Spirit send me things different and new? Why would the universe bring me someone that I asked for? If you're not cheating and treating me bad and doing all that, I don't recognize that. So now, because I don't recognize it, it must be wrong. And that whole way of thinking is wrong. Keep an open mind is being clarified by the Moon and the Three of Cups. I'm going to tell you a crazy combination of cards. The Moon makes complete sense. This individual could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is the major arcana for Pisces, but Moon rules Cancer. It can be someone that has both. I'm going to tell you that this individual throws themselves into kicking it with their friends and keeping themselves busy. The first song that I am channeling, guys, for this individual is Wake Up Alone. That song by Amy Winehouse, may she rest in peace. And I am going to try to link the live version of this song, my favorite version of this song, because her album version is just way too soft. When you listen to this woman sing this song live, if you agree, if you resonate with these lyrics, Especially if this is your situation, you will definitely understand. And if it resonates with you from their side, listen to the lyrics. That's what this person is going through. They wake up alone. They do anything to keep from thinking of you. Anything. I'm going to give you a little bit of a snippet. It's okay in the day I'm staying busy, tied up enough so I don't have to wonder where is he. Got so sick of crying so just lately when I catch myself I do a 180. I stay up, clean the house, at least I'm not drinking. Because this song, guys, was about her. I think he was her boyfriend at the time before her and this guy got married. If you know the Amy, if you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it alone. Um, Run around just so I don't have to think about thinking. That silent sense of content that everyone gets just disappears as soon as the sun sets. And I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna say this part. I'm not gonna leave it alone yet. He's fierce in my dreams, seizes my guts, he floods me with dread. Soaked in soul, he swims in my eyes by the bed. Poured myself all over him, moon spilling in, and I wake up alone. I want you guys to listen to that. That's a hell of a song. I'm a writer, but those words and the way she put those adjectives together, that's this individual. So they keep themselves busy. They keep themselves moving. They could already be a busy and moving type of individual anyway, guys, but there is a strong presence of friends around them. Maybe they are on a team. Maybe they play sports. Maybe they just have a group of guys that keeps them out, probably giving them bad advice, but I ain't gonna get into that. And what they're doing is allowing themselves to fall into the fear and the illusion in their heart, which is so freaking comfortable for them. So this person could be a Pisces. It's so comfortable for them to fall into this moon. They're going to wear a brave face. This song is perfect. They're going to wear a brave face in the daytime around their friends. But once the sun sets and they get alone by themselves, they're right back into this. Collective was my true love. I love collective. But they cannot find the courage and find what they need to really make things right. Okay. And then true love is being clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. You're independent spirit, independent soul, and the independent spirit collective. This person is not that person. I think that they take your. I take care of myself. I'm self-made. I get my own stuff done. They're not used to that. They're used to people coming in and abusing them and using them. So they've never been in love with someone that's been so independent. They haven't loved someone like this that is self-sufficient. All their love has been them being a person being codependent on them, which they're codependent. So that's kind of what they prefer. When a person has independent thoughts and independent movements and they go off the norm and march to the beat of their own drum, they're not used to a woman or a man like that in their environment. And typically you get offended by what you're not. You shouldn't, but that's what happens. All right, let's keep moving. So you're independent. You're a single lady, single man. They're not used to that. They're used to people needing them. And by needing them, it makes them feel validated. Looking at the 2 cards at the top of the deck, we do have release your ex and honeymoon. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, and honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Again, this person is going up and down. Okay. I do feel like this ties back to the moon, and this is showing the up and down nature of their mentality. You are their ex. So on one hand, When they're up, they're like, forget this. I want to move on. I'm going to release this person. I got to let collective go. But then on the other hand, they're like, maybe we just need to go on a trip together. Like maybe we just need to go somewhere, re-solidify our bond. Maybe that's what I need to do. Is there a trip here, guys, that didn't happen? A trip. Maybe you guys were supposed to take a trip, didn't happen. You were supposed to do something that didn't happen as far as a marriage for some of you. If any of that, even the inkling of that is resonating, then this is what they're thinking. The top of the deck and the clarifiers, we go from the 9 of Swords to the 8 of Wands. Again, going back to this moon card in their heart. So on one hand, release your ex being clarified by the 9 of Swords. This shit keeps them up at night. They are stressing out over this. They don't know how to feel. They want to move on, but they don't. They really struggle with this. And then they go from being in and wanting to reach out to you. They want to make quick move of communication as well as being torn up about making that quick move of communication. For some of you, they want to surprise you with a grand gesture and be like, hey, I want to book this trip. I want us to go on this trip. Can you get away for a weekend? Can you do this? Can you do that? Will you be willing to go somewhere with me? They really want to re-solidify this bond, collective. Okay. All right. What remains here is the moon, which is very, very telling. Very, very telling. Okay. Another thing that's interesting is the double nines that we have, the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. You are definitely walking into your single lady, single man energy, big single energy, doing your own thing in your own bag, doing you, collective, while this person is up at night dealing with the consequences of his or her actions by pretending that they really don't love you when they know that they do. Okay? I want that to be known. We also have the double 8s here, which goes back to the moon energy, the up and down, I feel this way 1 minute and I feel this is a fluctuation of emotions. And the double 8s, which is the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Wands, shows I walked away or we're no longer speaking or, but at the same time, I want to reach out to you. So they're struggling with what reality is versus what they feel on the inside. Okay. So on one hand, they want to take you on a trip. They want you guys to spend some time together. And then on the other hand, it's like, nope, I got to release a collective. Give me 3 cards to round this out. We have destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. That's definitely true. Overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me, which has already been confirmed by the 9 of Swords. And then gossip. I'm afraid of what other people will think. They're afraid of what their friends are going to think because they let their friends give them the bad damn advice. And now they've talked all this shit about you, but really they have hid how they feel from everybody. So somebody's going to raise an eyebrow if all of a sudden they're on vacation with the damn collective. They don't want to have to accept the backlash. They want to just roll in and act like nothing never happened and not have to, suffer the backlash of their horrible actions. Top of the deck is reciprocity and guilty. I feel the pain from the damage that I've caused, and reciprocity, I want to give equal give and take. And this is how they feel. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. If you're interested in the energy reading and you are the zodiac of any of my breakout channels, those videos have been uploaded for your viewing pleasure. I will be bringing our number 1 energy to you guys really soon. I'm going to get through the collective energies, and then you're going to start to see those videos on the channel. I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.